Since this venerable stadium was erected in the Pennsylvania hills, it has been the home to toughness, to passion, to winning. Welcome to Happy Valley and Beaver Stadium, home to the Penn State Nittany Lions. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Penn State Nittany Lions. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Nittany Lions will kick it away to start. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Here's the handoff. Got room at the 35. He's off to the races. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24.
This guy is really unique. Top 5 in the country running the football right now, and I love the way this offense gets him involved. They're able to move him around a little bit. They change up the schemes, but the big key every week, get him the ball, let him go to work.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, it took everything on defense to just get that guy down on the 1-yard line. He is a monster, Dave.
And if this offense, Jesse, is going to keep doing that, you better bring in reinforcements on that defensive line. Get some big boys, because they're about to punch this thing in the end zone.
On the ground. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan.
I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. Opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. First down here for the offense. To the ground with the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The Nittany Lions want to crank the tempo. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get...
Oh, he wants it all. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Incomplete. Now, 4th down.
So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Throws for the tight end. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it's a final now in one of the more intriguing games of the week, that notable top 25 clash. Texas Tech made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit road victory. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing with these Red Raiders. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Leaves it with the running back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. They'll try to get it through the air. Looking for a huge play. And this will be caught at the 30. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Steps away to find some room. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line. A little less room to work with now as the ball's at the 28 and it's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And the ball is intercepted. Taking it the other way. The 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Shakes off the tackler. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
Mark down at the 29. Brings up third down.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Incomplete as the screen goes right through his hands, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
Despite failing earlier on 4th down, they will try again here. Quarterback checking off. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
It's really early in the game right now, and if it's 4th and short, 4th and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But 4th and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. From the gun, running back on the move. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves him with 3rd and 3.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
3rd and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Pitts. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Maybe they learned something from their opening script of plays, David, but other than that, this has been an abject disaster.
And I think they learned what not to do. I mean, this has been an abject disaster. They haven't done anything right. Offense, defense. Palmer, this one's ugly, and it's still early.
Yeah, I'd normally say, well, it's 1st quarter, just don't worry about it. There's time, but
Worry.
this is the worst start you possibly could have had. So they need to score a touchdown right here.
Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. Well, the upside is you could get a first down. The downside is you could blow the game going for it inside your own 30.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Michigan 28, Penn State 0.
The offense stays on the field despite the fact they've misfired on 2 fourth-down attempts already. Can they change their luck? They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Penn State.
This offense has failed on its previous 2 fourth-down attempts, but they need to keep this drive alive. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Takes it the other way. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Michigan. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. TCU packed a wallop today, and in many ways felt like it packed Horned Frogs Nation with them too. This was supposed to be a road test, and instead, it felt like a walk through the park in Fort Worth. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
And listen, they didn't get the huge play off of that, but I love the ability to show that and be able to show plays off of that jet motion and just show them you're willing to complete it, but you know, get those little chunks at a time. It doesn't have to always be a home run. That's still a successful play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back got thumped, and that happened fast. That linebacker got him there so quick.
And the most important thing for the back, when you see that coming, make sure that football is riveted to your rib cage.
You lose the football, you lose the ability to carry the football. Coaches are going to give that squarely to somebody else.
Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Fires it down the seam. Got a man in the middle. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37. A big gain there as they did a tremendous job working the middle of the field.
Yeah, and if you're going to complete that throw, Reese, quarterbacks have got to play with anticipation. You've got to get it out of your hands early and give your receiver an opportunity.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the defense doing work.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
The kickoff team just about set to go, and that defense is eager to get back out there after the scoop and score. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Got room on the return. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. Second interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Unleashes one deep. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan!
Number 1.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he knocked that one right down the middle.
Michigan.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Number 16. Set to kick this one away.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't find much running room on first down. 2nd and 8 from their own 27. Defense fills those gaps. He's got one to the 28.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical.
Back to the ground with the running back. Went to the running game on 3rd down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2. You want to talk about a decision that could blow up in your face, going for it inside your own 40. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about, Reese.
They'll throw it on 1st down. They're trying to get to him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Off the play fake. Pocket starts to collapse. He makes a catch. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Oh, it's loose. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back.
The ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The back goes in motion. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And he's knocked down.
And that's just an example of the defense having a better play call than you have on offense. I like the creativity offensively, but how about the defense having their cornerback in position to make the play?
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. They fake it. The fake, and he wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. It's a fake. Shades of Little Giants. The Mad Hatter is loose, and it's a touchdown.
Man, what a great way to end the first half. It wasn't a perfect first half. A lot of mistakes, still trailing by a lot. But here's the deal. Now you put yourself in a position. Go make some things happen. Force some turnovers. Play good in the second half. Who knows what will happen?
We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Looks as if we're set to crank it up here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
It's caught downfield. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. The Nittany Lions will hustle to the line.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to them as fast as possible.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. And he made the extra point without problem. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Air Force is currently ahead in this one, but they may need to rev up an F-16 if they want to turn this into a blowout today. They're up by just 1 over New Mexico. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Give to the running back. On the move. Nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
This is an offense that really sees their identity as being able to run the football. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47.
Let's go!
They're getting this guy lathered up. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They'll give it to the back. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10.
Pound 55 weak.
These DBs going to give a little cushion. Leaves it with the back. Trucks through the defender. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack you, and you got to do something about it. I think.
And the pressure was in his grill in an eyelash.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Gets it out fast. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And those slot receivers nowadays, they're little water balls, man. You can play touch football at an elevator to lose to these guys because they're so quick and so dynamic. Get open and catch the football.
Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. Pulls his way forward. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the beatdown has ensued.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Penn State, 14.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. It's a draw. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Michigan 56, Penn State 14.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires downfield. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
When offenses run these slant routes, it's about putting the ball right on the numbers, and defensively, I got to be able to take those angles right away. See where he's at, break on the football. Poor angles there by the defense. The offense took advantage with some nice yards after the catch.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
Offense gets set for second down. They want to just keep throwing it. This time it's complete. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch.
And that's good enough for a first down.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. He got it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. He'll set up to throw. And he goes down back at the 1-yard line.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Michigan! And the stomping has commenced. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
First and 10.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. On the ground, it's Thomas. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Running behind that left side. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
Jackrabbit.
On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
On fourth down, looking to pass. He rifles one deep down the middle. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you set the other team up for almost automatic points.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Line getting set on second down. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Finds his big tight end.
I'll say this, man, in college football you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form time.
Wants to throw on third. Flushed out of the pocket. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. And the punishment has been extended. With that in the lead, nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. But they've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. They go right back to him. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Quarterback will audible. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. It's complete on the right side. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short. And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much, they need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game, but they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back the next opportunity, the next moment, because today, oof, it was not a good day.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25.
Gaucho. Timber. Logger.
Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Right down the middle. Working that left side. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And it's always interesting when you get into this garbage time, and if it really matters or if it doesn't. And depending on who you talk to, it matters. But that's a big passing play. They just needed a lot more of those in this football game so they could score some points, because this offense, it was a disappointing day.
On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Finds his man enough for the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
But now he's swallowed up, and he'll be knocked down for a loss on the trick play.
7 yards on the play. Brings up second down.
That last play, the kind of thing that can mess up a really good drive. It's 2nd and 17. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. They'll get the timeout with 5 seconds remaining to play.
Timeout, Michigan.
Okay, ready?
One more play to pad the stats. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Unleashes one. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence from that.
Yeah, and you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last 2 games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity, but at the end of the day, they were able to step up, make the plays necessary, and do that. Very, very impressive.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been